Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another D. Elliott Fitness live stream. Thank y'all for tuning in. Today, we're going to do the same topic of semen retention, but this time we're going to take it from the female side, the female perspective, which is a side that is usually overlooked or not paid attention to because we're always talking about it from the male's perspective. So today, we're going to give a shot at it from the female side. If you're coming in, please do me a favor, hit the like button. It's going to be that button that you're going to see right there that pops up on your screen that looks like that. Go there and hit that button so we can get the algorithm going on and we can spread this message out through the masses and have everybody know and understand this topic, because the future of the nation is for the chase. And we need to have a moment for everybody to calm down a little bit, but to each his own. Everybody's life is different. Everybody does what they choose. Free will is granted to us all, and it's up to you if you want to exercise it for right or wrong reasons. That's up to you. But thank y'all for coming in. As you know, today we got our workout in this morning, so feeling pretty good. Got a few things I have to take care of, but now we got to get through this live stream. I'm going to go ahead and go over a video from Teaching of the Wise, which is going to be the video we look at speaking on this topic. And, we're going to go ahead and speak on it and talk about it and discuss it as we go through it. I haven't seen this one in particular before, but we're going to go over it together. So with that being said, let's not waste no more time. Let's go ahead and get straight into this topic. Alrighty, so let's get into the video and yeah, let's do it. Oh, by the way, headphone gang, this might be too loud.
The practice of semen retention has been discussed quite extensively for males, but not as much for females. God, or Atman, the Alpha and Omega, is infinite, formless, shapeless, colorless, and universal with no male or female attributes. Henceforth, all the principles of semen retention, or brahmacharya, an ancient practice of self-restraint that applies to men, hold just as true for women. Women, too, endure an equal depletion of energy through recreational sexuality, and can achieve equally profound physical, mental, and spiritual states through the path of true brahmacharya. A man cannot solely create life through his sperm or seed. An equal contribution arises from the rajavirya, or vital fluid of a woman. The seed of life in a man through his semen, or in a woman through her egg, is merely a carrier of prana, or vital energy. And it is this energy that holds true significance.
How does a funnel change anything?
Oh, really?
Funnel change.
They wasted no time in hitting us with this nonsense. Like, sheesh, they gave it right to us without even, waiting. They was like, hey, let's hit you with this ad and let's see if you can get through it. So, yeah. But, yeah, they're on the topic, you know what I'm saying? And they're basically going to hit us with the female side of it and let us know that we both have physical, mental, and spiritual powers that can tap into, or enhancements that can elevate our potential. There you go. Couldn't find the right word. But let's continue. Let's keep going. Oh, still muted. There we go.
Into the seed and egg renders them capable of serving as a conduit for the transfer of a soul into the womb, nurturing it into an embryo, and ultimately into a child. Repeated depletion of this vital force and the strain of childbirth often result in the deterioration of once healthy women, wreaking havoc on their strength, beauty, grace, youth, and mental prowess.
Sheesh! Look at that. I don't know if that's the same person. I can't say. Don't know if there's a time difference, age difference between the first woman they showed on the right to this one right here, but they're letting us know and they're telling us that constant depletion of semen and constant ejaculation, of what happens is that you will speed up the aging process and weaken your immune system, among a bunch of other things that come with expelling this sacred energy. And you know how we live in nowadays, it is just like hookup culture and my body, my choice, and all these things that we compile in it. And I'm not just speaking on the woman end, because this particular topic goes both ways, but this one is particularly on the women this time, because we always talk about men on this one. But seeing how this is going to pan out in the future, if a lot of women are going for the top 80-90% of men and they're rotating those men out, I mean, they finna have a whole population of women aging extremely fast, and I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. Give it 20 years from now, and we'll see. When your 20-year-old turns 40, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. When your 30-year-old turns 50, your 20-year-old turns 40. We'll see how this pans out. We'll see what happens, and when your 18-year-old turns 38 and all this stuff, and see what they did in those 20 years, and we'll be able to see how this pans out. Let's go.
Eyes lose the luster and sparkle indicative of inner vitality. The intense sensual excitement of the act can also damage the nervous system, leading to debility. Due to their more delicate and high-strung nature, females are often more affected than men. This ovarian fluid contains hormones that determine a woman's breast size, voice, and all other female qualities essential for a woman.
This includes women's breast size, voice, and other female qualities. And Dr. Cosmetic out here is saying, yeah, we ain't trying to hear all that. Dr. Cosmetic is out here putting plastic in everybody, and yeah, they just bypass all of that. You know what I mean? And you won't ever know what a real woman looks like anymore because everybody's manufactured. But let's keep going.
Well-being. The principle of brahmacharya is widely recognized for advocating self-restraint in thought, speech, and action. Engaging in sexual thoughts or actions, such as speaking or doing anything contrary to nature, leads to a depletion of prana, or vital energy. As is commonly understood, men deplete their vital fluid through intentional ejaculation and unintentional or automatic ejaculations, such as wet dreams, while women expend much of their vital energy in the form of heavy menstrual periods. The true aim of brahmacharya should be to preserve and transform sexual energy. Much of their ejaculations, such as intentional ejaculation and unintentional or automatic ejaculations, such as wet dreams, while women expend much of their vital energy in the form of heavy menstrual periods. The true aim of brahmacharya.
Oh, wow. Okay, so men can expel their sexual their sexual energy, their semen, through ejaculations and wet dreams. Wet dreams you ain't got no control over. Masturbation you got control over, but you won't have as many wet dreams though. And women, theirs get depleted every time they have a cycle. That's every month. It's every month, and that's not by their choice. They can't help that. That's going to happen every single month. Interesting. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. That makes a lot of sense. But let's keep going.
Should be to preserve and transform sexual energy rather than suppress or repress it. And this is precisely what the forthcoming chapters of this video will delve into.
The components of semen.
The fusion of semen in a man and the ovum in a woman culminates in the creation of a zygote. A zygote is a sacred union, a fertilized egg cell born from the divine merging of a female egg or ovum with a male sperm. This miraculous union sets the stage for the development of a baby, a precious being with a complete human form, nestled within the sacred sanctuary of the mother's womb. The ovum and the semen represent the tangible, physical embodiments of the life force inherent in both man and woman. The potency of semen and the ovum in generating new life transcends mere physicality. It lies in the infusion of a profound amount of life energy or prana into these elements, empowering them to contribute to the miracle of reproduction. The scriptures define semen, or the ovum, as a compound made of water, vidyuth, or electricity, tejas, or light, and other physical components such as enzymes and proteins. Pay attention to the words vidyuth and tejas, or electricity and light. These are direct representations of life energy within the fluid, which actually aid in fertilization and the creation of life. It is for this reason that a man feels drained, weak, and lifeless after losing semen. By losing semen, he loses the electricity, light, and life energy that were formed in the body as the end product of digestion. Semen is thus the net sum or end product of all life-sustaining processes that occur within the body. It is the nectar of nectars, and the supercharged fluid meant to create another human being. No other fluid in the body can create life. Therefore, conservation and transmutation of this superfluid amount to a rapid buildup of life energy. The same applies to women as well. Just as men have semen, women have a corresponding fluid called Rajavirya that carries the ovum. With men, the ejaculation of vital fluid is external and outward, as its function is to reach the female and ensure conception. With women, there is no outward ejaculation of their Rajavirya, but a release of this vital fluid within their own body to receive the male sperm and ensure conception. In other words, the woman secretes an equivalent fluid to male semen, but that contains the ovum and whose function is to stay within her to aid the formation of the zygote, which then becomes the embryo and finally the child.
Interesting.
Within this Rajavirya lies the sacred ovum, the essence of female creation, bearing equal significance in the miracle of life. The ovum stands as a tangible expression of a woman's life force, representing the culmination of all her essences and vital energies. It is the divine seed, nurtured by the depths of her being, ready to intertwine with the forces of creation.
Okay.
This is Lumen.
Oh,
the first
not
device for-
again, not again, not again. Okay, so that's pretty interesting the way they put that concept. So they're saying that, so basically what they're saying is the woman, she has a internal release, man has an external release, which then their internal release goes into the ovum, and the man external release is supposed to go into the woman, which then is used to basically try to procreate with the woman. I don't know. I don't want to go too deep into that because it's kind of confusing. I don't think he went into depth as much as I was thinking he would have went, but I digress. Let's keep going. An electrifying force.
When a
is what
man
this chapter
releases
is about.
semen, what he surrenders is nothing less than the essence of his life energy, prana, and vitality. The weakness, depletion of energy, and profound exhaustion he endures stem not merely from the loss of a few milliliters of bodily fluid, but from the forfeiture of the vital components infused within the seminal fluid, namely electricity and light. Think of the seminal fluid as a conduit, much like an electric wire transmitting power. When we illuminate a light bulb, it's the electricity that diminishes, not the wire itself. Similarly, at the end of the month, we receive a bill for the electricity consumed, not for the length of wire installed. The male semen and the female ovum, on their own, are akin to mere wires at the physical level. Just
At the end of the month, we receive a bill for the electricity that we used. I'm trying to get his metaphor for that.
wire itself. Similarly, at the end of the month, we receive a bill for the electricity consumed, not for the length of wire installed. The male semen and the female ovum, on their own, are akin to mere wires at the physical level.
Okay.
Just as a wire devoid of electricity holds no power, semen in its isolated form is merely a fluid lacking potency. It's the infusion of life energy, embodied as light and electricity or vidyuth and tejas, that elevates this ordinary fluid to a supercharged state, capable of sparking the miracle of life. We often speak of semen and ovum as precious, and rightfully so, for they harbor the essence of life, light, and electricity. These vital fluids serve as conduits through which these life energies flow, similarly to the way a wire conducts electricity.
Benefits of celibacy for women.
As a woman, it is important to understand the significance of practicing self-restraint and purity of thoughts to prevent pollution. By doing so, we can develop the ability to endure hardships, possess courage, determination, zest, faith, good manners, stable reasoning, strength of mind, and interest in the task at hand.
That's a good one. That is a good one. You see what he just said? Stable reasoning. Right now, a lot of things that go on in the world don't make no sense. Reason goes right out the window. Stable reasoning goes right out the window. But if celibacy was practiced, stable reasoning would be compromised on both sides of the fence, on both genders. Because, man usually is reason and logic, and a woman is more emotional. But, celibacy would help with stable reasoning. And yeah, interesting. Let's keep going.
Good manners, stable reasoning, strength of mind, and interest in the task at hand. These attributes are crucial for achieving success and overall well-being, leading to genuine peace. It elevates femininity to a revered status, which is why it is said, purity is the source of peace and prosperity. According to the
Purity is the source of peace and prosperity. I'm going to have to put that right now on my story because that was good. That was a word. Before I forget, purity is the source of peace and prosperity. Word of the day. Should I say quote of the day? Yeah, we're gonna have to put that one up there, and we gotta put that was a good one. That was a good one. Let's keep going.
scriptures, the discharge of semen, Rajavirya in women, is equated with death, while the conservation of semen, Rajavirya in women, is associated with life. Conservation of semen, Rajavirya in women, is equated with death, while the conservation of
Wait a minute.
source of peace and prosperity. According to the scriptures, the discharge of semen, Rajavirya in women, is equated with death, while the conservation of semen, Rajavirya in women, is associated with life.
Yin and yang. Men release, men give, women take. Interesting.
Therefore, it is crucial to exert every effort to maintain celibacy. Lord Shiva affirms that success in all aspects of life hinges upon celibacy. The absence of continence among individuals is identified as the fundamental cause of all the violent turmoil and societal degeneration. The
Hold
absence that
up.
success in all aspects of life
Success in all aspects of life hinges upon celibacy. The absence of continence among
hinges upon
individuals
celibacy. The absence of continence among individuals is
identified as the fundamental cause of all the violent turmoil and and societal degeneration. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, these are bars that these people are saying, and they're literally just like I have to take a picture of this. I really do, because I need this. I need to put this on my wall. Come on, snap it up. I'm gonna do one more. Oh wow, that's fantastic. Let's just hear him say it again. I'll let him speak it. Here we go.
Lord Shiva affirms that success in all aspects of life.
And this is Lord Shiva. You know, a lot of people will say like Shiva, the demigods, they're demonic. Now, granted, who knows? They could be, I don't know. But from this right here, Shiva set a bar. Shiva said a lot of facts. This is extremely potent. And it's a hidden probably meaning or hidden cause to success.
Maintain celibacy. Lord Shiva affirms that success in all aspects of life hinges upon celibacy. The absence of continence among individuals is identified as the fundamental cause of all the violent turmoil and societal degeneration. Practicing brahmacharya or self-restraint can yield numerous benefits, encompassing bodily advantages like maintaining good health and immunity to diseases, mental perks such as heightened concentration, determination, and willpower, and spiritual gains like the capacity to realize oneself and connect with the divine. Stability in our habits and outlook helps concentration and develops tolerance, leading to success on the path of virtue. By exercising self-control and mental restraint, we can conquer our demons and summon our higher self to bring our heavenly dreams into realization.
And here we go again. They hit us with another ad. But hey, the key to success, in case you didn't know, I'm going to tell you right now, because it's clear as day, it's celibacy. That's it. And a lot of the times, like nowadays in society, a lot of men are getting, well, I ain't say a lot of men, a lot of the times, like a lot of the key components of getting married has been, unfortunately, is like sex. For some reason, like men get married for sex. When women get married for the opposite reason, like stability and stuff like that. I think a man wants sex in the family, a woman wants stability and probably some other selfish gain. You know, the kids to herself and not as a couple. Well, who knows? I don't know. I digress. But the key to success for both of the genders is celibacy. And I did another video where if you were to take the female menstrual cycle and understand that the only time you're supposed to have sex is whenever you base your sexual experiences around her menstrual cycle and not overdo it, you know, like not going at it like jackrabbits for the whole time she's off her cycle, but you know, like getting one or two off. That's it, a month, or you know, doing it every other month. That could prolong the relationship and give you greater gains as far as mental clarity, strength and reasoning, and all these other things that he was naming positive from the female side. But it'll be even extra stronger on the male side as well, and then two would come together. But the key to success is what they're saying is celibacy. And if you look at all the successful billionaire people, they probably went through a period of this. And they probably still do it, you know, because people always say that these people are power hungry. They just want power and control. And they probably are gaining power and control by remaining celibate, not having as much intercourse as the rest of the people in the world. And then they're able to dominate everybody else. And people look at it as this is not fair. You know, they have a huge clear advantage. And the advantage might just be simply celibacy. And I will say generational wealth passed down. But I digress. Let's keep going. This next chapter is called Male Attraction, so you might not see it by the time I get it up, but male attraction. Here we go.
When a woman embraces a life of purity and celibacy, she preserves energy that was previously dispersed through sexual activity. By conserving and transmuting this energy through pure thoughts, words, and actions, she can generate ojas, the divine energy, and tejas, the radiance in her being, akin to electricity and a manifestation of universal cosmic power. She will possess a substantial reserve of cosmic energy that renders her powerful and vibrant on all fronts, drawing positive attention from men due to her positively charged aura. However, it's crucial for her to acknowledge that the allure of men is merely an illusion in the cosmic play of life. Interactions with men ought to be limited and only undertaken if necessary, as lust can easily arise from even innocent encounters. The divine feminine should maintain humility before both God and the world, understanding that her power is a reflection of divine energy radiating through her, and she should never allow herself to be inflated with ego. She should be dedicated to achieving self-realization through celibacy, and must remain vigilant against the onslaught of lust, temptation, anger, and ego, all of which can obstruct her journey toward embodying the Divine Mother herself. This path of purity is not an easy one, but it offers immense rewards in the form of spiritual progress, purity, joy, and power. As a woman, it is important to understand that the concept of sexuality is a product of delusion and results from ignorance at the innate level.
Hold up. The concept of sexuality is a product of delusion and results from ignorance at the innate level. In reality, which we are the pure soul which is beyond sexuality. Let me read that again. The concept of sexuality is a product of delusion and results from ignorance at the innate level.
In reality, we are the pure soul which is beyond sexuality and has no gender, age, form, or want. Have you ever pondered why young men and women appear so appealing in their prime? As women, we may have observed that men are particularly drawn to us during this period, prompting...
This man is speaking like a woman. Did you hear him? As women, we are... Sir, are you a liberal?
We may have observed that men are particularly drawn to us during this period, prompting us to question the reason behind it. The answer lies in the purpose of creation. God radiates through young individuals with the intention of enabling them to attract a partner, marry, and procreate. Once this purpose is fulfilled, the physical allure and attractiveness that we once possessed gradually diminishes. In reality, the physical body made of flesh and bones was never beautiful. The God power shining through it with the above said purpose held it high and together to give it firmness, fullness, and an aura of beauty. It's important to remember that the physical body is impermanent, and true beauty lies within the soul. As women, we must strive to connect with the divine and tap into our inner beauty rather than relying on our physical appearance to attract others. Self-restraint, or semen or ovum retention, can also help us achieve this connection and transcend the delusion of sexuality.
The delusion of sexuality. Sexuality is a delusion. It's a delusion. We live in a hedonistic society, and sexuality is considered a delusion. People live in a delusion over sex. Wow. This video is... Continue.
As we progress through numerous lifetimes, working through past karma or sins, one gradually comes to understand that the soul, in its pure essence, is inherently blissful. Here, bliss refers to a unipolar state surpassing happiness.
The soul is a blissful state. Tap into the soul, you'll be automatic bliss. Which then I don't understand why people say ignorance is bliss. Because it's almost like you're trying to keep you away from, I don't know. I digress. But wait, let me just say it. It's almost like they're trying to keep you away from tapping into the soul state, which the soul is nothing but pure bliss. The essence of it is bliss. And then for somebody to say ignorance is bliss, it's almost trying to keep you away from that. But let's keep going.
Here, that the soul, in its pure essence, is inherently blissful. Here, bliss refers to a unipolar state surpassing happiness. Happiness is bipolar, as it has its opposite, which we label as sadness.
Okay.
Bliss transcends polarity. This unipolar state of absolute freedom and existence is the inherent nature of the soul.
Bliss transcends polarity. Polarity is a natural law. Bliss transcends natural law.
The soul of every living being, whether human or animal, is brimming with bliss, contentment, and self-sufficiency. It exists in a state of bliss unto itself, requiring no external assistance to sustain or contain it in this unique, elevated state. The writings of great masters teach us that as soon as the soul descends into matter by becoming encased within the body, layers of ignorance, or maya, or illusion begin to envelop it. This results in the light and nobility of the soul being obstructed from reaching out, similar to how clouds block the sun's rays from reaching us. When this occurs, humans, whose fundamental nature is bliss, experience a lack of this innate bliss they are accustomed to, and they begin searching for anything that appears to them as a source of bliss. It's akin to a thirsty person in a desert walking for miles hoping to reach the mirage of an oasis, which is actually nothing but an illusion. Sensual pleasure derived from our five senses is not genuine pleasure, but merely a sensation of nerves, ultimately resulting in pain. After many successive births of indulging in sensual activities as a source of pleasure, humanity's psyche begins to associate this nerve stimulation as the ultimate source of pleasure, gradually forgetting its inherent state of soul bliss. Most of us find ourselves in this state. It is here that brahmacharya serves as the vessel for both men and women to traverse this ocean of illusion and reach the shores of true soul bliss. Through constant and genuine practice of celibacy, both men and women can gradually unravel and free themselves from the cocoon of maya, or delusion, in which they find themselves entangled. Upon achieving self-realization, they enter a state where they are content within themselves, by themselves. They no longer require external factors such as friends, social gatherings, conversation, or anything else for contentment. They have recognized the transient and insincere nature of everything external and have discovered the glory of their inner selves and of God. When a man or woman embarks on the path of celibacy for the first time, it is natural for the percentage of delusion within them to be significantly higher compared to the percentage of soul bliss, which may be minimal or almost non-existent. At this stage, doubts may arise regarding the value of a celibate life, which entails discipline and relinquishment of sensuality, as the psyche has long found delusive pleasures appealing. During such times, a resolute and unwavering approach is necessary to overcome doubts and continue on the chosen path. Every celibate individual encounters this stage, but with time, sincere efforts, and by the grace of God, the journey becomes smoother. After approximately a year of sincere celibacy without interruptions, the celibate progresses to the next stage, where they relish and aspire to maintain a constant state of unbroken celibacy, reveling in the newfound bliss that has begun to flow. At this stage, one doesn't miss the old ways, but recoils at the thought of returning to the previous state of delusion. When lustful thoughts occasionally intrude the mind, the celibate experiences pain, repulsion, and guilt. All energies are focused on dispelling these thoughts. The sole desire is to be liberated from them and return to a state of celibacy in thought, word, and action.
Shout out to Teaching of the Wise for that, to letting us know that the power of celibacy is the greatest power of all. Living a celibate life, and not just celibate physically, but also controlling your thoughts and keeping a completely clean mind, a clean vessel, and eating a healthy diet and working out. He didn't say that part, but I did. Adding all those things together and becoming the best version of yourself, being sincere about a celibate life, and transcending yourself to new heights. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. I mean, I do speak a lot on semen retention and all that, and I want to practice it as well, but I have relapsed. I can't sit here and lie to anybody about it. I'm going to start counting the days on it and see, how it is and see how it goes. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I've went and then I relapse. I go and then I relapse. I'm human just like anybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and start and actually just start counting my days the same way I count my workouts on my social media. And we're going to go as far as we can. And each time where I feel like I'm going to relapse, I'm going to hop on a live and just start doing lives to keep me from relapsing. That's a fantastic idea. I'm going to do that. Keep myself from relapsing. If I feel like I'm going to relapse, hop on a live. Just do a live stream. Just hop on a live and do a live stream and talk to everyone and just see what's going on. Hop on a live stream and just going to go day by day by day by day by day. And we're going to see how this pans out and the power in it for sure. I'll go ahead and be your guinea pig since a lot of people want to see. They want to see it. Cool. Let's see it. Let's see what happens. And of course, there's more things that go into play to it. You know what I mean? Not just being celibate, but also diet, exercise, not having sexual thoughts, and prayer and meditation, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and do this. I'll do this. Each time I feel like falling off track, I'm going to hop on a live stream. Whether it be YouTube, whether it be Twitch, Kick, or whatever, I'll hop on some form of live stream and just start talking. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. That was today's episode. Shout out to Teaching of the Wise for giving us a great teaching from the wise. We greatly appreciate everything that you do. I have done a bunch of your videos and I've reacted to a bunch of them. You always drop amazing content. So thank you so much for what you do, people at Teachings of the Wise. And whoever that man is, he has an epic voice, just like that guy from Unsolved Mysteries. If you know, you know. With that being said, hit that like button for me, please. The one that's showing right there. And y'all have a great rest of y'all evening while I have to go and do things like picking up my little man and doing a bunch of other things and being on daddy duties and being the best father that I can be. So thank y'all so much for everything that you do. With that being said, we will see you next time on the next podcast show. Thank you very much, y'all. And please hit the like button on the way out to get this algorithm out there. With that being said, thank y'all. I love y'all. Peace.